hope you're not too tired.
Oh, no, how? Well, thank you very much for asking.
So much obliged. You like poetry?
Well, some poetry. But would you tell me which road leads out of the wood?
But I know so much poetry. You really must stay long enough and let me entertain you. What marvelous poem shall I recite to her?
Why, The Walrus and the Carpenter. It's the longest.
If it's very long, would you please tell me first which road? I mean, you're both so very exhausted.
Nonsense.
The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. And this was odd because it was the middle of the night. The moon was shining sulkily because she thought the sun had got no business to be there after the day was done.
It's very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun.
The sea was wet as wet could be. The sands were dry as dry. You could not see a cloud because no cloud was in the sky. No birds were flying overhead. There were no birds to fly. Carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand.
If this were only cleared away, my friend, it would be grand. If 7 maids with 7 mops swept it for half a year, do you suppose in that much time that they could get it clear?
I doubt it really could be done, at least by me, my dear.
Oysters, come and walk with us, we truly do beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk along the briny beach. We cannot do with more than 4 to give the hand to each. The time has come, I'm quite convinced, to talk of many things.
Of shoes and chips and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings.
And why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings.
But wait a bit, if you don't mind, before we have our chat. For some of us are out of breath, and all of us are fat.
We do not wish to hurry you.
Thank you much for that.
A loaf of bread and butter too is what we chiefly need. And vinegar and salt besides are very good indeed. Now if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed.
Not on us if it's all the same, and strictly entre nous. For after such a kindness, what a dismal thing to do.
Shall we have some wine?
The night is fine. Do you admire the view? It was so kind of you to come, and you are so very nice.
Talk is cheap by the briny deep. Cut us another slice. I wish you were not quite so deaf. I've had to ask you twice.
It seems a rather dreadful shame to play them such a trick. After we brought them out so far and made them trot so quick.
Say what you will, but as for me, the butter's spread too thick. Look, they're getting turn around, get after them.
I weep for you, my little friends. I deeply sympathize. I sob a sob and I weep some tears, all those of a larger size.
Oh, hold your pocket handkerchief before your blooming eyes.
Oh, Oysters, said the carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again? But the answer came then none. And this was scarcely odd because they've eaten everyone.